Excuse me, I just got fired from my job as a diversity consultant. I was wondering if you could give me like $5. So recently I got word that I've been fired from my job as a diversity consultant at Google. I'm telling you, I can have that company swimming with gays. It's only 100 large a year. Apparently it's not a priority for them anymore, even though a few years ago they were begging for my services.
The DEI conversation, man, is crazy. I just keep seeing it everywhere, and I never heard of it before it was a problem. I never heard of this. Maybe because I've been doing music for years and YouTube, and I never really had to worry about it. I don't know. Maybe that's why. What do we have here? We have a video that's called "I Was Fired from My Job as a Diversity Consultant." Let me see where this is from. Ryan Long, I guess, is who this is. I always want to give shouts to them, man. Go check out his channel. Looks like he's got some really funny content on there. I want to start this one over and tell you I'm Krizz Kaliko. I am the only multi-gold and platinum rapper, singer, songwriter, producer reacting to videos on YouTube. We got hot topics. We got funny people. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Come on.
I am the king of the world.
Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I was fired from my job as a diversity consultant. I thought this was going to be something something fun. I mean, something serious. Sorry, and it's something funny. Google becomes the latest company to end its DEI commitments. Yeah, like I said, I didn't hear about this until it became an issue, but let's start it over. Let's get going.
As a diversity consultant, I was wondering if you could give me like $5. So recently I got word that I've been fired from my job as a diversity consultant at Google. I'm telling you, I can have that company swimming with gays. It's only 100 large a year. Because apparently it's not a priority for them anymore, even though a few years ago they were begging for my services. I hadn't even scratched the surface of the unconscious bias at these workplaces. Now, I guess in a twist of irony, they don't want to hire me to come in and tell them which races and genders they should hire. Hey, does your hot dog stand need a diversity consultant, perhaps? No. Okay. You think you could spot me a couple $100,000 just to get me back on my feet? Spent my whole career helping minorities, and where the are they when I need help? A couple better not work together, I'll tell you that much. It's a $10 billion industry just falling apart before our eyes. George Floyd, now that was a good time. Well, okay, not good time. Like, you know what I mean? Financially, it's like a gold rush. You know what, just cut this part out, please. I didn't bring my resume, but I have it remembered off heart so I could tell it to you if you wanted to write it down. A few years ago, Google said they want to make diversity, equity, and inclusion a part of everything they do. But now I guess I find out that Google was fucking lying. Yeah, it's almost like these companies never cared in the first place. Excuse me, you have maybe just a couple $100,000. If your company can't afford
not a couple $100,000
to tell different races how to behave around each other, then maybe you're not ready to be a company. Well, I was working at Google, and then I got fired.
Well, you got a good severance package, right?
You'd think so, but I didn't. Honestly, I was like ready to go down and punch my boss in the face.
No, don't do that. You don't want to.
Well, I was a woman, so it probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
Oh no, not the woman.
Good?
Yeah.
You gotta be so bold to go up to people and do these things in the street. I admire these guys that can go up and do this and just walk up to people in the street and play these pranks, because that's basically what it is. I admire, man. You more bold than me.
Crazy money. Honestly, I was printing cash at one point.
You have legal aid, right? Whatever you was getting, you probably get half of that.
You don't think I should get physical with the boss, though?
Oh, what? Go to jail for that? Nah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sue them's probably the
Call
move.
legal aid, make an appointment, go in and see them.
Well, someone should get sued, I'll tell you that much. Chance, if you guys are looking for a...
We have them already.
I could undercut them. So now, basically, I'm running my operation out of my office, but my rent's due, so I'm kind of just fucked 2 ways from Sunday. Spend the entire morning looking...
He might admit he's running it out of his home.
Leads of places to cold call. Notice all your engineers are dudes. You looking for a fix for that? Just noticed all three of you are white. Maybe someone could figure that out for you?
Sorry, not right now.
No? Found a ski hill that needs some diversity.
What was that? What are they? What were they?
Couldn't help but notice that you didn't have any handicapped people at your...
What were they? I mean, like, what were those outfits, those uniforms that they had on? What is that? What is
Found a ski hill that needs some diversity, plumbing company that needs more chicks. Just couldn't help but notice that you didn't have any handicapped people at your roofing company. Nail salon.
Is he just leisurely having a blind walking, a visually impaired walking stick, or blind walking stick, whatever? And just
Korean women, so actually probably cross that out because they already have a consultant, I guess. I don't even know how I'm going to pay rent. I went to the unemployment office the other day. They asked me if I want to try manual labor. I said, sure, yeah, I could try a construction site, make sure they have the right mix of gays, ethnicities, and women. And they said, no, we mean you doing manual labor. I said, you know, obviously gross, very beneath me. I tried GoFundMe, corporate HQ, and asked them if they'd give me $1 million contract for a racial head count. I even tried a free trial for friends and family, but after the first scathing report on the lack of diversity at my cousin's wedding, I was ghosted.
why is he constantly boxing up rainbow flags. This dude is off the
Can't be
chain.
hung up. Did you know what the diversity situation is here?
What do you mean?
No, we're like fully staffed.
Oh, there's my dumb bitch ex-wife calling again. Tell me the payment didn't go through. Well, maybe if she opened up her Asian fucking eyes, she'd realize people aren't hiring. People
Oh
literally
my
have no idea how-
gosh. Is this okay to even be watching on YouTube? Why is this allowed to be on YouTube? Y'all about to say nothing to me about nothing. I'm so careful. I'm so careful. Well, they haven't said anything to me yet, so let me just shut up. But I try to be very careful. Not just careful. I'm careful anyway, just how I talk. But that's so crazy. I know it's supposed to be a joke. That's crazy to say
The
that.
work we do here is. I remember my last gig, I walked into this law office, white everywhere. It was like a blizzard. I was about to puke, but I kept my composure. That's when the excuses started. It's a Jewish family law firm. My wife works here, she's Asian. So now someone's banging a subordinate on top of the racial problems. But I stayed strong, delivered a report that said fire 90% of the staff. He said, what if I hire my other daughter, who's also Asian? I grabbed him by the collar. I said, listen, Shlomo, one more Asian chick won't even make a dent in this white strosity of a business. Handed him a bill for $19K, started walking out
White
the door.
strosity
Before I
is
did,
crazy.
I turned around, I said, hey, make sure one of the ethnics you hire is gay. Handed him a second bill for an additional $9K. Little did I know, that would be my last gig. If I can't find some cash soon, I'm gonna have no choice but to sell my most prized possession, which is the actual glory hole confiscated from the Stonewall raids. I can use some f***ing Palestinians if you pay enough. None of my old techniques of accusing a company of being racist
my
on Twitter
God.
and then getting them to hire me to fix it or even working anymore. Some of these companies...
That's hilarious. Accusing them of being racist and then hiring me to fix it all.
I can use some f***ing Palestinians if you pay enough. None of my old techniques of accusing a company of being racist on Twitter and then getting them to hire me to fix it or even working anymore. Some of these companies, believe it or not, are even calling me saying they want their money back because apparently some of the people they fired in the name of progress are suing them. I've gotten a lot of people different jobs over the years, so it's just I need a helping hand at this point. Not to mention people online are calling us scam artists now just because there's a few 100,000 scandals. Is hiring at all?
He's hilarious.
I actually worked at Google before this.
Oh, so he's a stand-up comedian.
Man, all I got's my credit card. Sorry.
Yeah, I could take credit card. We take credit card. Pretty cheap, like a couple $100,000 a year.
People, yeah, he's pretty funny, man. Okay, so he's a stand-up comedian. People have to find different ways right now of of marketing themselves. If you want to market yourself and you got shows coming up, you got to do other stuff to get it done, man. It's so crazy that we have to do that nowadays. But it is what it is. It's just the way of the world, man. Dude was funny. It was more funny like I was like, oh, wow. It was kind of startling more than it was funny or not laugh out loud funny, but really good. Really good. I still want you to go support the dude. Again, his name is Ryan Long as a comedian. Support him, man. You know, I know I didn't laugh out loud every single time, but I still thought it was good. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys sitting down, having a couple laughs with me. Cali, baby. See you. Bye.
Whose house? In your house.